Hi guys, Dan here. I am playing Dan Gelinas Naya Burning-Tree Emissary deck in Pauper again. I played it on Wednesday last week, and here is another match with the most recent deck list. Thanks Dan, and also thanks for the Mulligan instructions. So I have Mulligan instructions and a sideboard plan. It's starting to feel like the Pauper Gauntlet. But it is not the Pauper Gauntlet. Yeah, 3-color aggro. This is what happens. There is, of course, no way I can keep this. Do you agree? Well, let's look at the Mulligan instructions. Keep any hand with 2 lands. Mulligan any 7-card hand without either one plus castable threat. But Squadron Hawk is a threat. Mulligan 1 land 7. Okay, this is not a mulligan according to these instructions as I can understand them, so I'm keeping it. So we are gonna play empty Skyfisher next turn. That will suck. That did not feel good. And now if we get bolted, it will feel even worse. Lightning bolt. No, not lightning bolt. Brad Pisola is my opponent. And he appears to be interested in the graveyard. I'm not sure what I'm facing here. This is not any deck I know. Goblin War Strike. Okay, so it might be the Goblin combo deck. Or a Goblin combo deck similar to the one we saw in the Pauper Gauntlet Season 3. Well, Kor Skyfisher, I got a lot invested in you now. Please don't bolt it. Might need a new sideboard plan given that the numbers of cards in the sideboard has changed. But I think I can adapt. Lots of lootings. Well, if he has a bolt in there, I am sure he will find it. And I am providing 0 pressure. So what do I do if I draw a Burning-Tree Emissary here? Not a lot. I can bolt the Tribal Flames for 2 to the face. Both seems like really bad actions. Awkward. And if you look at how well the mono-red Burning-Tree Emissary deck performed, I'm kind of convinced that you need to be monocolored with Burning-Tree Emissary, but this list is so sweet, so I want it to work. But the mana base in Pauper is so bad that 2-color aggro, it's an old truth from the days of MT Geostrat, right? If you remember that, the articles. And we had those great strategy articles there, and one of the things that was written was that 2-color aggro in Pauper is just very, very hard. And there is a huge advantage to playing monocolor in Pauper. Krenko's command has been discarded, but now we'll see some goblins, I bet. No, it's Springleaf Drum. Nothing. Oh, and Colossal Rebirth. And another Colossal Rebirth. The Swarm is here. And they will overtake me. They will do 6 damage. Kill me 4 turns. But if I find the red mana, I kill faster. I'm gonna try to race here. Just sitting back, taking 5 plus 4 plus 3. I don't think that's the way. But of course I'm dying to my mana base here. And I have a ton of fixing. I have 4 Manamorphose, 4 Abundant Growth, 4 Nylea's Presence. That just doesn't help. Got to love Goblin combo. Oh wow, sweet. That was one of the most fun decks to play in the third Pauper Gauntlet. It's pretty similar to this one. I'll give him a cool deck. Now I don't think I can raise him anymore. Another ritual. Or we do have 2 Electrickery in our sideboard. We have a couple of Hydroblast for some reason. They look extremely hard to cast. Yeah, now I can't raise, so I have to sit back and block, I guess. Could I draw multiple red mana? I need to hit him with a full Tribal Flames and 2 attacks. Well, sitting back does nothing, so let's just try to make something happen. I don't die this turn. Cutting Bushwhackers for Electrickeries. Seems to be the sideboarding here. We don't have any artifacts. Oh, we have Ancient Grudges. Maybe we bring them in here. He has the lands, he has the Springleaf Drums. And he's just going off on us here. Yeah, I think Ancient Grudge would do something. We could cut Squadron Hawks because they're not very useful in this matchup. But cutting only creatures, that sucks a bit too. Oh my god. Yeah, Goblin combo wins. We only have 21 creatures. I don't want to go much lower in creatures. I'm definitely not going to bring in Hydroblasts. I think they are extremely hard to cast. And to make any relevant difference here, you could make an argument for countering Distant Melody with Pyroblast. That's a pretty critical card. We can afford to cut for Squadron Hawks, I think. Though going down, we are going down to 15 creatures. Maybe that's too much. I'll bring in the Pyroblast to counter Distant Melody. And just 1 Ancient Grudge. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. But I like the 38 creature deck with the Burning-Tree, just to put a lot of pressure here. We can't reliably have a creature. Oh, sweet God. Mulligan, any 1 land, 7 card hand. Unless you have 2 castable threats and 1. So this is a mulligan. And this is a keep. Here we can do tons of stuff. We can play 1/1 Wild Nacatl. It's pretty discouraging, but I am going to keep this. And I'm going to bottom Tribal Flames. So we can find more mana. That helped. I wanted to do that because the Nacatl was such a meaningless card. But now I'm going to play it, of course. And I have nothing to play for my planes. Well, I can play Abundant Growth on the planes and then play Nacatl, of course. But it's very little pressure because I sideboard out the creatures. But Squadron Hawks, how much pressure do you get from them? Bushwhacker is actually castable here. I think 2 is a very weird number of cards to have in a deck like this. Don't draw much cards. But we'll work with that. Ta-da! And here is my 1 threat. But we can get the mountain next turn, which I think we will. But we still have less efficient threats than we did last time. So we'll cycle Ash Barrens for a mountain and play it. Or not. We just need Nylea's presence here for the same effect. And here's the Pyroblast, which would help. So do we now kill some goblins? I think maybe we do. Looks stupid, but it does reduce his ability to do weird things. I'm gonna Tribal Flames to the face here. And keep up the Pyroblast. And cycle Ash Barrens if he doesn't do anything. Couple of goblins. They are most welcome. Doesn't really matter what I get. Can't let me kill all the goblins. I'll get the mountain. Share discovery. We can't find blue mana. Alright, so 1-1. Do we agree on this sideboarding? I didn't see too many grudge targets. I think we're going with this. Relic doesn't do anything really. Here is kind of the problem. Like, you want all these lands immediately, but Ash Barrens takes time to get them. But of course I have to keep this and try to build a hand with Wild Nacatl. Well, I get mountain next turn, play Kird Ape. So much worse than modern. Yeah, but that's pretty common for the Pauper decks. Okay, so now we don't get mountain, now we just play Nylea's presence over Kird Ape, I think, to make sure that this attack works. There is the Pyroblast too, which is convenient. So Ash Barrens for mountain, cast Kird Ape, keep up Pyroblast. Think. Because what I remember from this deck is that if you don't draw Distant Melody, it's all just like a really, really bad goblin deck with Bushwhackers. But he has 4 Distant Melodies, and Cardor, we only have 3 Pyroblasts. And next turn he should be able to deliver the first one, which is super critical that we counter. Mr. Drum. Could he ritual out here? No, not really. Now he can ritual out. But he doesn't have... I think we're staying back now. Okay, let's be cool here. We get the mountain. Play it. Play the Kird Ape. Stay at home for blocks. We can block stuff with Bushwhacker. And we Pyroblast. But our offense is gone. I did remember to bring in the Electrickeries, right? Now I get uncertain. So much mana. Here comes the Distant Melody. But... no way. Next one is game. But I'm not getting anywhere. He is pretty short on mana here, so I am gonna grudge. Look for more targets. All I have is Tribal Flames. I take like 10 from a Bushwhacker hit here. But it's not lethal, and I don't think time favors me, so I'm gonna attack with the nacatl. And I'll cycle these Ash Barrens. Yeah, can't do anything about that. Is that really the second best draw spell for the deck? Looting means not much else will happen this turn. Oh, he hasn't played the land yet. So he can ritual for some mana, but he can't get blue without Manamorphose. I think cycling the Ash Barrens is correct here. I'm not hitting with the Tribal Flames. Of course the Tribal Flames has no other target. He doesn't seem to be playing Electromancers. Of course they are a target for Tribal Flames. So I think I'd rather keep it. Squadron Bushwhacker and seat. He misses the land drop. Cycle that. Well, I guess we can just take whatever. And we cycle this for a forest. Some very, very marginal. Oh, look at that. Do we just do it here? Do we hope for more? I think we just do it. It sets him back so much. Yes! Woohoo! Very nice. Thank you for watching, and let me know if there are any changes to the deck. Let me know if you want me to play the deck again. I might just do one more video with the deck straight away and post it tomorrow. I think I'll do that. But I'm not sure it will happen. It depends if my opponent quits or not. I got like 30 minutes. Thank you.